Welcome back to Africa Farming. Of course, my name is Samuel, and I'm glad that you've joined us this other time. It's been long since we shot an episode on Africa Farming, but of course, it's because of some of the reasons that we'll be talking about in this episode. If you're new here, take your time to subscribe to our channel. You can browse through some of the videos that we've shot before. And for those people who've been supporting us and been watching our videos, asanteni sana. God bless you guys, because it's through you that we continue growing. As we speak right now, I think we are over 2,500 subscribers. And remember, we're on the journey to 10,000 subscribers. So for those people who are watching, based on our statistics, we know about 75% of those people who are watching us have not yet subscribed. So if you're one of those 75%, please take your time, subscribe, support us, and let's grow together as a family. Of course, we know in Africa Farming, we learn together as a family. So in this episode, basically, I'll be giving you an update. Remember, it's been like a month since we last shot the last episode, even though we just posted like 2-3 weeks ago. But it's been a while since we did that, and it's because of some of the reasons that we'll be talking about. So fasten your seatbelts and let's get this thing rolling. So guys, you remember the first project that we did on the farm was to set up a Kienyeji chicken farm. We built the chicken house, and we brought, some of the chicken from our backyard chicken house. And they started well by reproducing and reproducing. But it got to a point, I think around February this year, where all the chickens just stopped laying eggs. So we never had that multiplication that we actually expected. So we brought a vet, I think a month ago, after like 3 or 4 months, and there was actually a big problem which we had not noticed. And the problem was that these chickens here, the flock of chickens that we have, had a calcium deficiency. So one thing that I realized is if your chickens don't have enough supply of calcium, and this is based on the feed that you give, just the way you kind of nurture your chickens, for lack of a better word. So he actually told us that the chickens actually lacked calcium, and I wasn't giving them feed that had calcium. I just came to learn later on. When I was buying this feed, they were telling me that it had calcium, but once the doctor or the vet came and saw whatever feed that we were giving them, he actually concluded that they didn't the feed didn't have calcium. So what he recommended us to do was to first of all get calcium supplements. So we got those pellets. There are some pellets that I'll show you on the screen, where we started now, mixing it with the feed that we give to the chicken. And then after like 2 or 3 weeks, we started seeing some changes. Some chickens now started laying. That was after a 3-month period. Normally they say for chickens, there is a period where they will not lay. But if it exceeds a certain period of time, you need to check what exactly is happening. So that's what exactly I thought was happening. It was that period where they were not laying, especially during the cold seasons, rainy seasons and all that. Most chickens don't lay eggs. But now when I brought the vet, actually the vet had come to do the fowl pox vaccination. And that is when he told me that. You'll actually see a video of the vet, administering that vaccination. So that has been happening with regards to the chicken farm that we have. Then let's go to the sheep that we started this year. We started so excited, man. You remember I did all these videos about chicken. I was so optimistic. I mean, not chicken, sheep. I was so optimistic with what was happening. I brought this sheep here with, some of the things that I've been told about sheep. Number one, I was told sheep do not eat, they don't feed on trees. I was told also sheep is very easy to, rear, for the fact that they don't get sick and all that. So shock on us. Number one, I brought the sheep here thinking that they cannot eat my trees. You should see what my trees look like right now. Almost all the trees on the farm have been eaten. So I came to learn that the clarification is, when you're talking about trees, it's not the tree as a plant, it's a full-grown tree. That is what they don't eat. But if you plant it when it's still young, they will devour completely. So that was the first mistake that we did, thinking that they won't eat the trees. They've actually ate our trees. Secondly, we thought they were very resistant to diseases, but I came to learn they are very susceptible. One thing that we noticed, especially when there was a change of weather, when the rain started, because we've had a long dry period, then the rain started. And during this period when the rain started, the grass turned green. And one thing about grass turning green is in the morning, during those, early morning hours, you always find that there are some creepy insects in that green grass. I didn't know they were dangerous to sheep. And not only to sheep, by the way, also to cows and all that. We didn't know that. So we let our sheep go and feed and all that. So they were actually attacked by those types of insects. I don't know what their names are, but if I find the picture, I'll put it there. So we lost 2 sheep based on that, because they actually consumed those insects / animals. I don't know, I'll just show you the picture if I get it online. And we had those sheep, it's called enterotoxemia. There's a part where we talked about sheep diseases. There is something called enterotoxemia where they have gastrointestinal issues. So these insects, once consumed, they kind of affect sheep in terms of, giving them gastrointestinal issues. And we ended up losing 2 sheep. Then after a month or so, a month or 2, we had an attack by leopards. Leopards around the area came, and unfortunately they picked on our farm, and they got the sheep in our sheep shed, or rather sheep pen. That day actually they were not inside the enclosed space, they were just outside, because now they are used to the area. So the leopards just, crept in. And at the end of the day, we ended up losing around 7 of them. I think you can see the pictures on your screen. So that was the second mistake that we did. Right now, we've actually built a separate pen, a small pen, close to where my farm guy stays. Now, a lesson that we learned is when you're in this area of Kajiado, or even where you are, where you have wild animals, what we've learned is that you should build your animal sheds or pens or houses, animal houses, close to where your farm guy or the person living in the farm stays, because that way when there is an attack, it's easier for them to hear the noises at night and wake up and try to avoid the huge losses. So since the sheep pen was far away from where he was sleeping, we ended up losing at least 7 sheep, if I remember very well, due to the attack by leopards. So that was the other mistake we did, but right now we've rectified it. We've built a semi-permanent construction just close to where he stays, and that is where the current sheep, the ones that remained, are actually residing. So then I think before we did this, we had just started. I think I had shown you a shot where our farm guy Jackton had planted bananas and maize and other things, I think even beans and all that, at a small space. There was also the fruits. So by now they've grown. I've even seen the maize have actually produced those things. We call them in our mother tongue vichenje. I don't know what they are called in English. Those things that maize produce, so that they are ripe, or rather they are ready to now produce the actual maize. I don't know what they're called, stalks or what. That thing I don't know. There's something when the maize grows, there's something that now comes out at the top when now they are ready to produce the actual maize. So I've seen that right now they are ready. We had bought the hybrid version that takes, I think, 3 months to mature, and I've seen they are now ready. So I hope Jackton will actually harvest them for us today, or if not today, when he'll be harvesting. We also have bananas. We'll be showing you videos of where they are right now. And I saw that he also planted mogoka. I don't know where he got mogoka from. Yeah, he planted mogoka. I don't know mogoka in English, but I think it's a version of rat. It's a version of rat. So we'll be able to see that what has happened to that. What other update is there? So right now what we did is we used some of the materials that we constructed the sheep pen with to construct the temporary house close to where the farm guy is. And I think that is what has been happening. Oh, we also brought a male ram that is serving the remaining, I think we have remaining 10 ewes. So in the next like 3-4 months, we should be having pregnant ewes that will actually be able to replace that stock that was, was eaten by the leopards. Today as we are shooting, we've had visitors in our farm and I'll be introducing them one by one. I point there and say hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Taraji.
Taraji who?
Nabulumbi. Ashley.
Ashley who?
Ambio.
Ashley Ambio who?
Elena.
Ashley Ambio Elena who?
Hi.
What's your name?
Koni Wakuri.
Yes, umekuja kufanya nini huku?
Just to see the farm, how it is. And also I love the environment, I may say.
Hiyo hewa umebreathe umefeel aje?
Just fresh.
Perfect sana.
My name is Amos Owen Kabole, and this is my family. Yes,
Which is your family?
the ones that have introduced themselves. Hiyo ni family yangu bana.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
So these guys have come to, you know, see how Kajiado is. How is Kajiado?
Kajiado is very fresh. I like the breeze, and the environment is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sawa sawa.
Thank you.
So those are the visitors we've had today at the farm as we do this shoot. I hope you, wherever it is that you are, if you want to come and visit, kindly just link with us on our social media handles or on our number that is in the description section. And of course, we'll be able to link up with you and see when we can come and do the visits. So for now, it's nothing. But until next time when we shoot another video, always remember to changamka na ukulima. Peace.